just make sure everything looks good in it. 24/7 watercolor travel system. So there you go. You have your colors here. I'm not gonna do any swatches or anything like that because there already is a video made for that or with that, and I'll leave a link to that video. It's like an hour long. It's really in depth. It's really awesome. But I just wanted to put another video out there of this if anyone decides to start trying to browse for it. Everything's pretty compact, really tight, so it's the same size as the box. There we go. Got literature in here. I mean, I really like that the box has a lot of information there as well. It shows you what it has, and shows you examples of what it can do, and it has the colors as well. Here's literature for it. So, Korean pigmented watercolor paints, transparent, light, fast, with 7 tools, and 6 brushes, and a pencil. Yeah. Okay, so it just is the same overview. It's on the back of the box, which is great because I don't save my boxes because I don't have room to save boxes of stuff. I used to. And I like it. It just has some, it's just a care guide after that, color mixing guide as well. Look, it even has a little color mixing guide and brush care guide, as an app on the phone it looks like, or as a link to a website page or something. So that's really cool. It has all the information of your paint as well, which is really cool. I won't go over this just because the video's already done on this. But it doesn't show these, so this does show opaque, transparent, and the light fast here, and the pigments. So a lot of these are multiple pigments, and I think that's gone over in the link as well. But as you can see, a lot of these are 2 and 3 pigments. So, I mean, the whole point of this is to be on the go, so you're not going to spend a lot of time mixing colors. I kind of do. It doesn't, I don't really think about it when you mix colors, but you don't have to in this case, and I probably won't. I'll get used to using all these colors as they come and trying them out. But if we do mix a couple already, you're gonna have quite a bit of pigment in there. So that's important to be aware of. And other products as well. There was one thing I wanted to try, I think, from Zenart. This little thing's pretty cheap too. This little tin, I think, is like 10 or 12 bucks. So, they have some brushes that I want to try. I have a picture of that on here. Okay, so that's that. And then also under here, maybe some warranty. Let's see. I'm looking through the camera as I open this. I haven't looked at this before, but it looks like they have a little warranty, 1-year warranty. I like that. Very good with the QR codes and all this information. Everything is, I think it was, yeah, so designed in UK, the paint in Korea, and then it's made in China. So the literature, it looks like, was done very well. Probably made, the literature is probably checked and edited in the UK, because the writing sounds like China, but the editing is is English, right? Cool. And a thank you from the artist and mother and co-founder of Mother. Oh yeah, great mother. Dear artist, so thanking us for the purchase. Alright. And I'm just trying to see if it says anything. I thought they might be like, we created, this is considered artist grade or whatever. It's not. I doubt it because of all the pigments in there. It's just how can that be possible? So right away it has this plastic wrap on the bottom. That's kind of cool. Just to avoid any scratches on the white base. A lot of people get really upset when they're not the first to mark it up. But I planned these need to be beaten up. I have an old Winsor Newton box, and it's not even beaten up, man. but you should have some marks on it from being used. And I actually don't throw this around. There's so many that are beaten up, and I've had this for a long time. It lasts forever. I don't use the rings on these. I set them down, which is crazy because this kind of worn out, but not that much at all. And I just set it, even when I used to go outside, I would just set it on like cement. So good plastic on this. So these kind of plastics, this one feels pretty good too. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, take that off. I don't mind, but I do like the shape of it. It's really long, but like I already have a smaller box, and I don't really care about the size because I carry a big bag anyway. I'm trying to figure out how to open it. So here's how to open that. You press to this. It looks strange. I wonder. That's just how it seems. Like it's indented, so the plastic is pushed back, and it's a tab. So this is the other side. It's weird that I'm left-handed, so I mean this should be easy for me, right? Because it's on the left side that you open it, but I don't really understand. Maybe I pull it back. Oh yeah, you do. So this looks like you push in, but because it's indented, it's in. You lift it out. So you kind of gotta have nails, I guess. But as soon as you so it's in there, right? It's locked, which is important. I like that. And then all you gotta do is barely move it above that indentation, and it's open. So right away when we open it, we see these brushes, and they look really nice. I mean, look at the color of that wood. That's really nice. And the pencil too looks pretty dope. Good size pencil. Oh, and it has a full eraser and shit too. So I have another box that I haven't really used. I've only used this a couple of times. I really like it. I'm gonna be honest, I moved and forgot about it. But this has a little pencil in here, and this pencil doesn't have an eraser at all. And because these boxes back in the day, they used to come with erasers, sponges, and they don't anymore. They probably don't even sell these, or they're hard to find now, but because of that, I don't really bring this out much, or I really forget. Plus my other box I use all the time. But I just saw this I was actually looking for a palette. So here's the other side, and the other side is a palette. This doesn't come out or anything. It's molded right into the plastic, but good. They have a good amount of space to put water and really work your paint and into the consistency that you want. Anyway, yeah. As you can see, it looks like it's just spray painted. All this is spray paint, so it's not like the best job, but you know, you're not paying the most money. This right here, it looks like an etch. It's not a sticker. Kind of thought it was, but it's not. This is a cool logo of like the ring or some shit. So, yeah, it's really weird. So like you can see that discoloration right here and the spray paint, but honestly, it doesn't matter because all this is gonna get used up anyway. So let's go back to this. So I'm gonna take one out. See what it looks like. That's really cute. Very light, super light, but it's a good size to have control. So when we're painting, you know, you need enough length either for that, or if you're a painter that paints like this, or a painter that paints like, you know, however you paint. But the control is really nice because it still sits in my hand. It's not gonna slip too bad once I have it where I need it. See, so like, if I'm painting like this, it's resting here. If I'm painting like this, it actually has support. So I think these are great size for travel actually. And it's a lot. There are a lot of brushes for travel. I mean, I feel like I would probably I like to use a lot of brushes, to be honest. I know that's what I realized too, is I can work with one brush, but ideally sometimes we're in the mood and we're doing too many things, and we just like different brushes, and I actually use a lot at once. For even like watercolor, because you know, obviously you use a lot for other paints like that you can't wipe off so easily. Use other multiple brushes, but even for this, I like the variety. Size 4 round, 6 fan brush, 14 flat, 8 round, 12 flat, and 10 angled, and an HB pencil. Pencil eraser looked like a plastic eraser. It kind of is very cheap. Look at the ferrule. Look at this. So that design sucks, but because it's like a regular size pencil, I actually might be able to even find a mechanical pencil this exact diameter. It might even have I might even have or be able to find, there's a stationery store of mechanical pencil that's this exact size that looks just like this with an eraser and everything that you can click, so I might get something like that. But it's just a pencil, and I just kind of flattened the ferrule now. Like, let me try to get it back on. It's so loose that if I tighten some of it, the other sides will come out. See? But the eraser doesn't seem like it'll move too much. Whatever, it is what it is. So I don't want to trust that eraser, but if I'm doing light, which ideally you would here, you just lightly brush it, but you wouldn't like rely on it to erase something completely. So it comes out when this folds out, it folds out completely to that angle. So it rests right there at an angle. And this is a swatch card, and it's just regular kind of it's as you can see, there's texture on this paper, but it's not a thick paper at all. Look how thin that is. Yeah, so thinner than the lines in here. So it's all good. Still nice paper, and it should, with the texture, it should granulate spread out its granulation pretty well, which will help you know pretty much the color and the shift and the transparency pretty well. Good enough. Alright, so here's this plastic piece here that from Lindsay's video, it is made to prevent wet brushes and wet paints from becoming fugitive with each other. But there is a sponge here. I just am looking through the camera, looking through this. And this sponge is just a regular cheap sponge. I mean, look how it's just cut pretty cheaply too. I mean, this thing cost me $30, right? So, no big deal because the sponge is nice. It's got a lot of cushion, which will allow a lot of water to soak up, enough from one good paint session. Which is all you need. Wring it out or let it dry out in the heat, and then go back to normal. And because it's just basically put anything else in there, most likely just another sponge. I could remove this because I actually honestly carry like a handkerchief or towels. But I do use the sponge. I use sponge on this is my pocket set here. The sponge and this guy, it actually shrunk, but so I like this. I use my sponge a lot. This is just backup. I just never use that. But I'll rinse this out with water, and it just gets really dry like that. So if this is dry at this size and this fits at this size, it could really hold a lot. This holds a lot. Could also put a sharpener in here for the pencil, but if I could find a mechanical one that fits there, and I might have one already, then I'll just do that. But honestly, I'm not worried about it because I carry pocket knives everywhere. Like, I always have a pocket knife, always. So worst case scenario, just sharpen my pencil with it. Done plenty of times. It comes with 2 more colors as well. These are also reviewed on the other channel. So yeah, this video took a little longer than I thought, but if you made it to the end, thanks for watching. I'll put a link to the other video so you can actually see all these paints, but I just want to do another unboxing just to see the consistency of these watercolor boxes that get to everyone's home. But yeah, these are all individually sealed, just like they should be, and everything looks fine. Alright, thanks for watching.